The battle judgment has begun. Also, Storm is back. I am Haru Ren. Welcome to my review of episode 5 of Bakugan Legends. So, spoiler warning, if you haven't seen this episode yet, go back and watch it now. But if you have, sit back, relax, and enjoy my review of episode 5 of Bakugan Legends. The first part is the fated first battle. The battle judgment is going to start soon with no additional details being told to the awesome brawlers. So, pretty much a reminiscent of what everyday life at Spin Master's office is like. But the swarm is attacking Magli Island. Kino returns, voiced again by Jaden Canatelli, trying to defend the island but gets overwhelmed and is saved by the awesome brawlers. Oh hey, Kellyon is back, nice! Hanoj shows up as a hologram, and that's in the start of the battle judgment tournament.
You agreed to leave the planet alone until the battle judgment.
Until it begins. Huh? But now it has begun.
Actually, no, that wasn't the deal. Roll the tape!
But you can't lay a finger on this planet until the battle judgment is complete.
Fine.
So, Hanoj broke the deal. Order a nuclear strike on his ass. But if we were going by literal terms, they were really expecting Hanoj to keep his word. He's the ultimate Bakugan with massive amounts of power. He can take the energy whenever he wants. He doesn't necessarily need to do this battle judgment. The only reason he's doing it is because he's being greedy. So they established the risk, and I think the plan Hanoj is going for is that the more pressure put on the contestants, the more energy it can generate for him to steal. Say what you want about Hanoj, but him doing this, and not to mention having human participants to fight for him because he learns from his opponents, is actually a pretty smart move. Yeah, Hanoj is capable, smart, and even an intimidating figure, but he's still rather one-dimensional. Hanoj's contestant turns out to be Storm, voiced once again by Josh Graham. Man, it's so good to see him back. We haven't actually seen Storm since Armored Alliance, and he was one of the best characters of that season. He never appeared in Jirgon Rising or Evolutions, and honestly, probably for the best since they don't seem to have any plan for him. And Storm's reasoning for why he's joining Hanoj is a pretty good and realistic one. It really comes off as someone who seems to have given up on the Earth, so he wants to have one last hurrah and just get it over with.
Your struggle is pointless. This planet is finished, so I figured I may as well go out with a bang.
Also, another thing I've noticed, how is Storm able to use Bakugan now without a device? Does a Nova Light enable him to use Bakugan now? So Ajit fights Storm, which I think is the best thing to do, as it's a recount of their story from Armored Alliance, and Storm also has Hydron Extrachelios back, just harnessing the Nova power from Hanoj. Obviously because they need to sell the fusion single. Something curious about Hydron Extrachelios is that because that fusion was artificially created by Havoc, the Nova Light may have made the fusion natural, so that is a pretty interesting thing to think about.
Why don't you want to try and stop Hanoj?
Oh, that sounded a bit awkward, probably because they couldn't fit the lines with Ajit's mouth animation. So the island is breaking apart because of the energy, and it actually makes the fight a little bit more interesting. But crap, why is the cracks and stuff materializing instead of, actually cracking?
Ajit, on the far side, another core.
But the most important thing you need is imagination.
What is this, Cardfight Vanguard?
Imagine it.
Imagine it.
Imagine it.
Imagine it. Imagination becomes your strength.
So because Ajit went all Cardfight Vanguard with this, he manages to make the throw and turn Feral into Nova's strength mode to win the fight. The energy returns to the island to normal as Hanoj agreed.
He actually returned the energy without arguing at all?
That's not too surprising. Hanoj probably thinks he can still win the whole thing, so why fight when he's gonna take it back anyway at the end? At the end, Ajit and Storm have a very touching moment where Storm realizes because Ajit has saved the world many times before, he puts his faith in Ajit being able to do it again. I really love this moment between the two, as this is the closure of Storm's character that was missing from Armored Alliance's ending. Storm accepting Ajit's own path in life like a proud father, and this detail before the end.
We shall meet again.
You got it, Master.
This is a huge contrast to the last time Ajit called Storm Master, where in Armored Alliance, it was a sad goodbye because Storm wanted to destroy Ajit the next time we meet. But in Legends here, Storm is actually excited about meeting Ajit again and wants to welcome him back. A happy acknowledgement after Ajit's calling him Master. Even the costumes that they're wearing is a visual metaphor. In Armored Alliance, Storm's costume pretty much represents the dark side of Storm that wants to destroy Ajit. But here in Legends, Storm is in his regular clothes, who is just a happy father to Ajit. And now this is the light side of Storm that's acknowledging Ajit's path. I'm so glad they gave us this closure. The next part is Time to Brawl. The Awesome Brawlers are training in the times between the battles or during the Judgment, and Hanoj immediately announces the next round and teleports them to Vestroia. Their opponents are McHugh and Everett Ray in a 2-on-2 brawl. Unlike Storm, who joined Hanoj just to get it over with and avoid resisting the inevitable, McHugh and Everett made a deal with Hanoj for their survival when the Earth is destroyed.
We cut a deal! We win, we survive!
I doubt that's possible.
Yeah, I don't think they're aware that if Earth and Vestroia are destroyed and they survive, they end up dying anyway of slow, painful death, because all the resources will be gone too. Man, this got dark real fast. So Winston and Leah step up to fight Everett and McHugh, and wow, Everett has a Sinius X Scorpios that's a Darkest and Chaos version. You gotta sell those toys somehow, right? But damn, Cyclone in Nova colors looks really badass. Also, wow, old Winton is back, and it hinders Truck's ability to do things since Winton can't battle. Man, remember when Trucks proved he's able to battle on his own without the help of a partner back in the first season? I really wish they could have gotten that here, or at least a small little callback to it, since it would have been helpful right now. Turns out they are fighting in the River of Time, and despite McHugh and Everett learning where the effects are, McHugh still turns younger anyway because of the energy being sucked away. It causes the river to go crazy. Either Leah and Everett are just getting really lucky, or the animators didn't feel like changing Leah and Everett's appearances as well because they were lazy. I think there could have been a good potential to keep this matchup a lot more interesting if Leah and Everett were also changing as well. But whenever Cycloid gets defeated, Everett uses a time stone to reverse time like a reset button.
I don't know how, but I'm sure you're cheating.
All is fair, Leah.
Technically this is legal since Hanoj makes the rules and he never said anything about not using surrounding items on the field in battle. Also, what the heck? It cuts to Athena, Dan, Shona, and a Jeep for like a split second before cutting back to Cindy's X Scorpios attacking Pegatrix. Was this a frame placement error or something?
All is fair, Leah.
But Winston finds a time stone that moves time forward, which nullifies Everett's time stone, but the strain of time lapsing causes the stones to break. Seriously, Leah just got that and only used it like twice. It's already broken? Winston and McHugh go back to normal and go into gear and strength mode, but a twist, Everett had another time stone and they beat Winton and Leah. So that means Winton and Leah are out of the tournament. Wow, they got screwed so hard here. Winton I can probably understand because they had to have him out of the tournament while building the reflector, but Leah? Damn! Also, what the heck? This is the same shot that was in the Cindy's and Pegatrix shot. Did they really mix up the frames? Then Dan and Magnus have an argument when they return to Earth, showing the difference in leadership and furthering the development of the story even more, those two having a blowout.
If you can't even defeat those two, things will only get worse.
You sound like a jerk when you talk like that. We're supposed to be a team. Fine, we don't need you anyway.
Whatever.
Damn, with the tense music and how Dan really just said that, I really am curious to know how this will play out in the next episode. So that was episode 5 of Bakugan Legends. Let me know what your rating of the show was in the comments down below. This episode continued the story that was set in the season, which is the battle judgment with Hanoj. The story was pretty good, the action and visuals were nice to look at, Everett and McHugh winning pissed me off in the correct way. That made me hate them so much more, and they even gave us the closure of Storm and Ajit's story, while at the end gave us a unique, interesting plot that we can look forward to in the next episode. Overall, I think this was pretty good and enjoyable episode, so I'm gonna give this a Bakutastic. Thank you for watching this review of Bakugan Legends. Be sure to press the like button and give us a subscribe for more awesome Bakugan content. I've been Haru Ren, and thank God for Rapid Fire. Bye!